So it says Psalms chapter 11. This is a poem, Psalms by David. I trust in the Lord for protection. So why do you say to me, fly like a bird to the mountains for safety? The wicked are stringing their bows and fitting their arrows on the bolter strings. To shoot from the shadows at those whose hearts are right. The foundations of the law and order have collapsed. What can the righteous do? But the Lord is in his holy temple, and the Lord still rules from heaven, regardless. He watches everyone closely, examining every person on earth. And the Lord examines both the righteous and the wicked. He hates those who love violence, and he will rain down blazing coals and burning sulfur on the wicked, punishes them with scorching winds. For the righteous Lord loves justice, and the virtuous will see his face. Psalms chapter 11 is a Psalms of David that expresses his trust in God's righteous judgment and protection. Psalms chapter 11 verse 1. In the Lord I take refuge. How can you say to my soul, flee like a bird to the mountain? David affirms his wavering trust in the Lord as a refuge and source of safety, and he questions those who suggest that he should flee like a bird to the mountains out of fear or despair. This verses teaches us the importance of placing our trust in God even in the midst of challenging circumstances. It reminds us that God is our ultimate source of refuge and protection. Practically, we can apply this lesson by seeking refuge in God during times of difficulty rather than relying solely on our own strength or the advice of others. We should trust in His sovereignty and wisdom, knowing that He is capable of providing for our needs and guiding us through any situation. This verse encourages us to have faith in God's faithfulness and to find our security in Him. Psalms chapter 11, verse 7. For the Lord is righteous, He loves righteous deeds, the upright shall behold His face. David affirms the righteousness of the Lord and His love for righteous deeds, and he declares that those who are upright and righteous will have the privilege of beholding God's face, symbolizing a close and intimate relationship with Him. This verse reminds us the importance of righteousness and living a life that aligns with God's standards, not the world's standards. But it's kind of difficult living by the world, it's kind of hard not living by the world, being that there's so much temptation. Practically, we can apply this lesson by striving to live life of integrity and righteousness, following God's commands and seeking to honor Him in all aspects of our lives. We should pursue righteousness not our own gain, but out of love for God and a desire to please Him. This verse also encourages us to long for a deep and intimate relationship with God, knowing that those who are upright will have the privilege of experiencing His presence and favor. Psalms chapter 11 reminds us of the importance of finding refuge in God and trusting His righteousness judgment. It encourages us to place our faith in Him, even when we face with challenging circumstances. Additionally, it raises the significance of righteousness and living a life that aligns with God's standards. May we take refuge in the Lord, seek to live righteousness, and experience the joy of beholding His face in our lives.